The people
weird.
who can people who can have sex while their pets are looking at them are psychopaths.
100%.
There's
said
something,
it. You're psychopath if you do that.
Psychopath isn't the right word. It's something weird and codependent. There's something.
I like psychopath better.
It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for you
Absolutely.
and your pets to have them watching. The voyeurism of your pet while you're.
No.
I need to completely block out that there are pets.
Nope.
Totally.
Listener discretion advised. Adult language and mature content.
It is Two Queens, One Screen. I'm Jen.
I'm Keeley.
And we are talking about our favorite Peacock and Bravo shows. So today we're going to do Below Deck Mediterranean. And then we're going to compliment sandwich the shit sandwich of the Valley in the middle. And on the outside, at the end, we're going to talk about Married at First Sight.
Wonderful.
Season 20.
Yes.
Which is so great. I started work again, and I realized that I haven't actually worked in 9 years.
And I told her, as a person who loves you dearly and watches from the outside, that we all knew that. Just so she knows, we knew she didn't really work or have a real job.
No. I'm a lady of leisure, and
yes,
that's how it's supposed to be. But actually, I'm really excited. I like my new job. But we were also talking about the shows we're not talking about.
Correct.
We can't keep up with everything. So, the new Stassi show has come out. I've watched a few of them. I like it. You haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll watch it.
I like, my one note is that I like how they're breaking the fourth wall so much.
Great.
On purpose. That's fun to me. I like how that's being handled. The new trailer for Salt Lake, you sent it to me.
I did.
Does it look good to you? I don't think
mean?
it looks good.
Oh.
I think it looks like none of these women like each other. It makes no sense that they're spending time together.
Here we go.
Yeah. I liked Bronwyn when she was like, can't any of these just say, shut up and get over it? And then I thought it was hilarious when Heather goes, oh, look at this one. It says, shut up and get over it. They were talking about fortune cookies, and they were all reading the inside fortunes that they had. I think Heather looks really good, and I am hoping that funny Heather comes back.
Yeah.
Is Heather going to be redeemable for you?
We will see. I have liked Heather. I think she could be redeemable. I am hoping to like Bronwyn now that she's not with Todd anymore. So I'm hoping that we see maybe a different side of her, or a side that maybe I like or have positive things to say about her. I
love it.
Yeah. Whitney, no. I will hate Whitney forever. I can't stand her.
Looks a mess. And so the news has come out, and I actually learned about it from someone commenting about a post that Lisa posted, where it was Lisa and John, and they're embraced in some kind of photo shoot for probably one of their businesses. And she has some cute quote about how they're together for a long time. Yeah. And they were the shade of this, because it was the same week that Angie said that she was leaving her husband. Yes. Or separated, and that Whitney Rose and what's his face? Justin. Justin. Yeah. I was going to say Jason. I was I know it's not Jason. Justin are also separated. Yeah. Oh, Lisa. I am not shocked by Whitney being separated. No. I think we all kind of saw that. Not that anyone wants that for her, but it's seems like it was coming. Yeah. But the Angie one, I did find surprising.
I did too. I feel like she was just obsessed with her husband, and they were really in love. And so, not quite sure, right, as viewers, or obviously We're not in their marriage. We don't know what's going on.
We're not in their marriage. We're simply commenting on what they show us.
Right. So what they've shown us as a viewer, in my opinion, I thought she was obsessed with him. And
I mean,
yeah,
I think like her main priority, as much of as a businesswoman that she is, I think her main priority was being a good wife and mom.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that also based on the wife swap episode that she was on.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
I don't know. I'm very interested to see what happened there, because it looks like they show them talking about it in the season. So I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. And also it looks like Bronwyn, going back to Bronwyn, Todd is in the season still.
Yes. Hopefully not a lot, but
hopefully not a lot. It's him getting up and running from a table.
Yes.
And we also see a lot of Mare getting up and running from tables.
Yeah.
Which
that's kind of, that tracks for her though.
That's her deal. And then we see Mary trying to do another meeting where she's going to mediate the fights that she stirs into existence.
Oh, Mary.
Mary the peacemaker, who actually is just sitting there throwing jabs left and right.
Right. Yes.
I'm a little surprised that Mary is on this season after everything else that has come out and everything else that she's gone through. And like,
it didn't.
And her son's dead.
Her son's death didn't happen during filming, correct? As far as I remember, I don't think it did. So
it happened like right after.
Unless she's having a bad day. I don't think they're really gonna touch on it. I wouldn't want them to. We don't need to get into that. So that's my opinion. Unless she's feeling like she needs to talk. Sure.
It's like hugely heavy shit. It's her. She's obsessed with her son.
Yes.
And then dealing with like all of that. Heartbreaking. So heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see where this goes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then we get the new girl, Quay. How do you say her name?
No idea.
So she seems fun, like a pot stirrer also.
Is she? I was like, did they just bring somebody from New Jersey or Rhode Island into this show? Like she doesn't,
she doesn't really fit. Yeah.
No, I kind of want, I feel like we already have Lisa. And we have Meredith and Bronwyn also, but Bronwyn makes sense because like she's separated from it. But like, I kind of want the Salt Lake experience, like Rhode Island. Those are Rhode Island girls. I want like the Salt Lake weird. Weird is not the word. I want the entrenched Mormons on this show.
Sure. Or yes, used to be Mormons. Absolutely.
Right. I want more of that. And it's, I don't know. I guess the word is like, I'm not trying to segregate out the housewives, but like, I want more of a flavor of the city that we're in, I think. And I say that as a lover of Potomac, as a lover of Rhode Island and New York and Miami and Atlanta, Beverly Hills. Blah. No, I don't watch Beverly Hills. I can't do Vicki Gunvalson. I can't do Tamra. So, but anyway, Beverly Hills, we like them. All right, so let's talk about Below Deck.
Yes,
this is my favorite season, and
so
it's. This is what I want. I've already said it. This is what I want from Below Deck. I want to see all the problems that they're having, right? Because it's the curtain, but then they're still putting out this incredible service. I'm not seeing the guests experiencing all the issues that are coming up. And that's my favorite thing that's happening right now.
Yeah.
So the first thing is that Nathan was late. Because Gail had a rough morning with the sun, and then he didn't even text Captain Sandy to let her know that he was going to be late. And so then we have Joe and Cooper just going like, I guess we're just doing this. And then Nathan ends up hurting himself and Joe just has to take over. Because
Yeah.
Captain Sandy's like, if you fucked up your back, you could ruin the rest of your career. Like, you have to heal yourself. So we're going to get you checked out. And she sends him off the boat. So Joe does a good job, because when Captain Sandy originally was just before Nathan really hurt himself and she had Aesha working, you really see the difference of like Nathan with a full team and Aesha. And it still is like kind of a shit show. Yeah. I don't think the guests know that it's a shit show, but Captain Sandy's like, where is the towel? What is going on with this? Why is this over there?
Yeah.
Why is this so clunky? Mm-hmm. And then when Joe and Cooper are doing it by themselves with Aesha's help, it looks quite streamlined.
Right.
I don't know if that's editing or not, but it, as much as I feel for Nathan, I go, Nathan has a point. I mean, Joe has a point, and I kind of want Joe to succeed in what he's doing. In the same way that I want Kat to succeed in what she's doing. Mm-hmm. Now that Aesha has like gone, all right, you're chief stew for this charter. Yeah. She's killing it.
Right. And I feel like with my job anyway, like I could do my job because I've been doing it so long, like with my eyes closed, asleep in the dark. And unless I'm distracted from some outside force or distracted from a force while I'm doing my job, right? It's going to be seamless. I'm going to do it. And I feel like what you said, Joe and Aesha and Cooper doing the job quite seamlessly, just because they've done it for so long and they know what they're doing, and they're doing it really, really well. So maybe it's not all editing, but like also, Nathan, he's got this outside distraction. So he's not paying attention to what he's doing, or he's forgetting things, or I don't know whose responsibility was the towel thing, but Joe, she talked to Joe about the towels. Like, I think it would have run more smooth if, there wasn't Nathan as the distraction, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, and Nathan basically giving that shakedown to Joe of like, I'm the bosun, follow what I say.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I think, and it's just going to make Joe look better. And I think that Joe's doing a good job.
No, he is doing a really good job, yeah.
I don't want him to like rise, to the detriment of Nathan.
No,
everyone loves Nathan.
But if he needs to be excused for a minute, that's okay. He needs to be excused for a minute. I mean, and Aesha's never looked at Kaylee or Kat or Jen going, I'm chief stew. You need to do what I say. Like, nobody never said those words. Mm-mm. We don't need to do that. Right. Mm-mm. What's the point of, you don't need to do that stuff.
Well, there have been other charters with other stews where that's had to happen. And those conversations have had it happen. And you see Jen living in the hierarchy of that as well.
Yeah.
Fucking Jen. But yeah, Aesha, I feel like, is supportive of everybody, whereas Nathan is sitting there going, like,
right,
I need to make sure that everyone knows I'm in control.
Yes, of course. I'm in charge. I'm the head honcho kind of a thing. No, for sure. No, and I think Kaylee, Kat, and Jen did a really good job without Aesha. I never doubted it, but they did an excellent job. Kaylee did an excellent job. When she needed to have questions answered, right? She asked those questions instead of attempting to do something on her own and getting the wrong result, right? So that was all really good.
And I feel
and Jen
like
just being a bummer. Jen just is grumpy Gus all over the place, right? Just spreading bad vibes.
I am so, and she showed like she had just gone on like an aura cleansing trip to Bali.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm trying to be so zen about this. I love the montages of her being a pissy little bitch. The producers of the show are just highlighting what an asshole she's being. And the thing is that if she wasn't walking around being such a complaining asshole, they wouldn't have this footage to show us.
Or I love the little crystal ball that they have with the different aura colors in it when she You know, she starts out really
So
great
funny.
and it's purple and then it moves different colors as she's acting more poorly, right? Having a worse attitude.
She's just snotty.
Yeah.
And it's like and then we have Kat, who is just like team, and it's finally
happy
starting
to be
really,
included.
Happy to be included, but also
Right.
she's getting starting to get really sick of Jen's shitty attitude.
Sure, because she said Jen just dumps on her, right? Trauma dumps on her. And what do you do with that, right? It's going to start to affect you.
Yeah.
You know, the happiest person still can't be that happy when someone's trauma dumping all over you all the time, constantly. And you live in those really teeny tiny quarters right on a boat. You can't escape.
Oh, no, thank you.
and get off the boat. So
I'm just, and then she got really shitty with her right at the end of the episode where she was like, yeah, I'm down here and no one's helping me. And Kayla goes, okay, just jump on the radio if you're feeling like you're in the weeds. Just let us know. She's like, I'm trying. And you're like, you just got exactly what you wanted. She was like, I'm here by myself. And then 2 seconds later, everyone comes in and starts helping her. And she's still being shitty when she's getting what she needed.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is going on? Why? Yeah. And I am glad I don't work with her.
Oh, I know.
I'm a little concerned that they showed the like mid-season trailer.
Oh my God, yes.
Matt was really surprised that they showed, oh God, I just forgot his name.
Lou?
The Frenchman.
No.
French guy.
What's his name? Oh my gosh. Max? Matt?
Max.
Max
Is coming. And it looks like Joy does not like Max. But I love Max.
Okay.
Max is drama.
Okay.
But Max is fun.
Okay.
I'm excited to see him come.
You mean arrive on the boat.
Oh yeah, I need to be very careful with the wording on, because who knows?
True.
Oh my God, if that happened twice in one season, when it's never happened before.
Right.
It's like, what is going on this boat? I feel like we're going to see Jen start to be insane about, she says, oh, I should have just gone after Cooper. To Kat, who is with Cooper.
Who has been nothing but nice to Jen. And what are you doing, Jen, in return? No.
And then she starts talking about how big Cooper's dick is at dinner.
Oh, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Jen's out of control.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. It's stressing me out. It's
going to be so good, though.
Hannah comes back. You don't know Hannah.
I don't, but we have had talks about her.
Yes. I love Hannah. Hannah she's a little bit of a bad girl, though. Like, Captain Sandy fired her, and she has resting bitch face. So as a chief stew who has resting bitch face, like, that is a problem.
Even more than Jen? Is it more than Jen's resting bitch face?
Yes, because guests on the charter would get upset about Hannah's face. And Hannah's like, I'm giving you good service. I don't understand what you're not happy about. Shit. And it would come to blows. It was She was always smoking. It was a very Kristen energy.
Oh, fuck, okay. All right.
But then Hannah ended up, I think, marrying very well.
Okay.
And now is like maybe a yacht guest. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I know that it's like I think it's Aesha's. Is it Aesha's bachelorette?
Engagement party bachelorette. Yes, something like that. Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the show.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I like these guests that are there. That I just want everyone to be nice to Joy, because that food is incredible, and anyone complaining about it is just trying to feel superior for some reason.
Right. They wanted like fried chicken or chicken nuggets or something. And she made incredible chicken tenders for them. Yes.
It looks so good.
And they couldn't be happier. They were just so
just thrilled. Just so excited.
Complimenting her, and it was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I really liked the safari dinner. I thought that it was really cute and fun. Yes. This is how I like the show. I don't want to see the show when everything's going wrong and there's fuck ups. Like last season, the Below Deck something else where Chef Ben was like having everyone cut their fish.
No.
I don't want that bullshit. I don't want to see something go wrong. I don't want people complaining that their meals aren't good. I want to see them having an amazing time. And then Joe planning that excursion. This is where I'm like, Joe's really doing a really good job.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
the
not
cave diving thing. Yeah.
So incredible.
Yeah.
And he's deciding, he's like, here's what I'm thinking. We should do this. And he's killing it.
Yeah, that was really
Captain
good.
Sandy's going to see this. And then we've got Nathan with a broken back and a baby.
Yeah.
No one wants Nathan to not have a job, but you can't really have a brand new baby and this job.
Well, you know, like I said, I don't know how he compartmentalizes that or doesn't let it distract him, but he seemed to be doing fine right up until whatever discussion or something happened with Gail. So,
do you think we're going to get any insight on that?
I think we will. But I'm hoping it's not anything like they're not together. So I don't want them to break up, but
no.
I think somehow he'll explain maybe a little bit more. Or maybe it comes out on social media what was going on.
I want to know.
I mean, I like Nathan. I like watching him on the show.
It's just like maybe right now isn't the exact right timing to be doing this.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited about the rest of this season and seeing what's coming up. But I'm sick of... And then apparently Luke's coming back.
Yeah, how is that possible?
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Captain Sandy's freaking out because they're short now 2 deckhands. The bosun and a deckhand.
Yeah.
And now Aesha's having to fill in. I think she goes, listen, Luke, if you want to come back, then maybe just try and... But that's going to be a shit show below deck. Right?
Terrible. Yeah.
Because at some point, Joy is going to find out. Right? At some point, Joy is going to know that it's not that he left because of the love triangle. He left because of the sheets.
Yeah, right.
He was on Watch What Happens Live. I did not watch it, but I saw a clip of it, and it looked like pulling teeth too. He had Joe and Luke on Watch What Happens Live.
Okay.
And it was like pulling teeth to get any response out of them. And they were also there via TV, but he's dating someone new. And Andy was like, so what did your new person think of when have they seen the season? Yes. What do they think of it? They weren't happy.
Yeah.
So like how do you get a girlfriend after you've done that? Apparently if you're 6'7", it's not too hard, but
sure.
I don't know. Speaking of disappointing men, do you want to talk about, let's move on to the Valley.
Yes, the Valley reunion, part 1, dropped. And I told you this before. I thought it was boring. Boring. And I can't articulate what I want to see to make it not boring, right? I'm not looking for fights or tears or storming off, but maybe the questions were boring. Maybe the answers were boring. Like, I was bored watching it where... Right, you watch Rhode Island or Salt Lake and you're just, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Oh my gosh, somebody asked that question. That's so great. No.
No.
Right?
So let's talk about, you and I started to talk about it. Can we just jump into Kristen?
Oh, absolutely. Let's jump into Kristen. I am very, very disappointed, very upset at how Kristen is behaving, at Kristen's answers.
Yeah.
And just how she's carrying herself on this reunion. Yes, she's Kristen fucking Doty. Yes, I know what person or personality I'm getting with Kristen Doty. I watched her for, 12, 11 seasons on Vanderpump Rules. But her dismissiveness, her minimizing everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's not really standing up, in my opinion, for her friends, right? Brittany, to where she needs to be standing up.
No.
For these people. And even when she's caught lying, right? She lied on camera about not saying that Nia is the one that guilt tripped Zach.
Yeah.
And she says her response is disgusting. Her response is ridiculous. It's, I was just seeing red, or I don't even know why I said that. That is not appropriate response.
She took zero accountability, and he's like, look, you said exactly this. She's like, yeah, that was so crazy. I don't even know. It was like she was saying someone else had said it, and she was surprised by it. It's like, no, you lied, and you made her look like a liar. And then Andy starts to move on. There's no accountability for Kristen in this.
Right.
And
nobody gets to say anything afterwards.
And even Andy was like,
Brittany
started to move
interrupt
on.
him.
And she's like, she called me a liar. And Zach said, I believe her. So I look like this liar. And it happened multiple times. And that's wrong. That sucks.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Kristen is driving me nuts this reunion so far. And I guess like
I am struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Me, not saying everybody else, hyperbolic. I am struggling with feeling sorry for Kristen when she continually acts this way, right? Mm-hmm. We have made excuses for her watching the show. One, because she has to live with that fucktard Luke. And two, she's postpartum, right?
Yeah.
She's struggling with all of that. She even said on the reunion, about 10 months in, I started to feel like myself. I started to feel better. I do feel better. And I want that for her. And I love that for her as a woman, as a person who has birthed a child. So I want that for her. But I am struggling to constantly make an excuse and feel bad for her when she cannot take accountability and she can't even apologize to a friend that she's had for 20 years or however long.
I mean, if I'm Brittany, and we'll talk about Brittany in a second, but if I'm Brittany and I have Kristen, you know, Brittany's talking about how she's dealing with Jax, and Jackson, the fucking publicist. We'll talk about the people thing also. But anyway, will we get back to it? Who knows? So, but you see Kristen chiming in, being like, so supportive, and I'm so happy for that this happened, and you look great after your mommy makeover, and I'm, you know, thank God you didn't stick with that awful boyfriend, and you're amazing, and whatever.
All the things.
And then to also not take accountability for calling Brittany a liar. If you are Brittany and you're like, you called me a liar, and she's like, yeah, I know, it was just, I must have just been. How come anyone else, if anyone had done that to Kristen would be like, I can never forgive you.
Scorched earth.
But then Kristen like just brushes through it like nothing happened. I feel like she's trying to carry herself like as like this sweet, supportive, loving friend. And also, I'll be a bulldog for my friends. Like, I fight for my friends, while also not actually being that at all. I feel like she's trying to look like Nia. Like, I feel like she's trying to carry herself like godly Nia.
I feel like she didn't take accountability on the reunion because Nia was there. Because Nia was watching and listening. Just like in the kitchen at the party on the last episode where she's like, I never said that, you said that. Because Nia was standing right there. When Nia is not there, just like at the photo shoot, she says Nia's the one that, right, is guilt tripping Zach. Yeah. She will freely speak, maybe the truth, about Nia when Nia is not watching her or listening. But Nia is sitting right next to her, so she's not going to. That's what I think. You know, I'm not really feeling sorry for Kristen anymore. I'm getting angrier at watching her, how she's behaving. And her friend is crying and said, that hurt me. Like, it deeply wounded me when you called me a liar and now you're just brushing over it and it's not okay. And you know, Zach is not looking good during this reunion at all either.
And he was king of the last two reunions, right?
Right.
His little asides, his little bits. They put Jasmine over next to Tom.
Yep.
And now it's like, oh, Tom and Jasmine have the little bits. And they're
yep.
That's where that is now. Not with Zach and Jasmine. I'm so frustrated because also in that moment, going back to the finale, it wasn't just she would backtrack and then called her a liar. She also was like screaming, pointing, yelling, and then looked thrilled and pleased with herself to Lala and Brittany, who are supposed to be her best friends, that Zach believes her over them. Like her smile, her like smirk during that, at the end of that, fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. On top of the fact that if you are too exhausted, and she actually said it earlier in the season when Lala was trying to sit down and have a conversation about Danny, and she's like, I'm dealing with this. That is totally valid. You're postpartum. You're, you know, exhausted by Luke because he's the worst. We can forgive a lot, but the fact that she is then jumping in, if you're too exhausted, if you're too overwhelmed, if you need your focus to be on your daughter, then why are you bulldogging for Danny and Nia against these other people who have been your close friends for so long?
Right.
And then I think we talked about it last time, her going on these like podcasts and her going like, oh, I can't condone anything that Danny did, but I'll always stand up for Nia. And it's like, oh, you were 100% in the comments.
Yes, absolutely.
Say it with your whole chest. I'm fine backtracking, right? Like there's podcast clips that we've posted that I have been ripped apart on, that you've been ripped apart on. And there have been times that I've changed, like we see a little bit new and I go, oh, maybe I was wrong on that. That's fine. She's still not even really being like, yeah, that really sucked that Danny did it. She's like, oh, I can't condone what Danny did. Yeah, but you made everyone else bow down to them.
Right.
Or get iced out by you. That fucking sucks. And I don't like that she hasn't really taken any real accountability for it while she's on this reunion play acting the supportive friend sidekick as they're going through and giving everybody their segments.
No.
Gross.
No. Super disappointing. I'm not happy with her. I'm super frustrated at her, and I'm, you know, feeling sorry for her is definitely fading, and it's fading fast. And I need whatever this podcast redemption tour, whatever this is, to stop, because if that's what it is, that's why she's going on these podcasts, then she needs to take accountability and have a redemption, and not just, like you said, be cutesy and saying the same thing, but not saying the same thing, but still, you know, being supporters of Danny and Nia, which, no, you just can't have it both ways. She can't. She's clearly picked a side, right? She's clearly sticking on the side of Danny and Nia. She's picked them over all of her other friends. Fine, you absolutely have that right to do that. That's your opinion. That's what you're going to do. But like you said, you need to say it with your full chest, and then not turn around and go, yeah, but I'm having a hard time, or I'm having this, or this is going. No, we can't do that. As a viewer, it's really frustrating to watch, and I don't want to see it anymore. So,
you know, a bulldog friend I do like is Jasmine. She did it terribly in the finale where she went after Michelle because she heard half a story from Jesse. But at least she stands by what she says. And then when she gets more information, she goes, oh, okay. Like, let's talk about it.
Right.
But they also made the comment that she isn't really having these conversations until she gets in the confessional. And then she goes wild. And I think what she said was so valid, because she was like, I really get spoken over in this group. I don't really get to say anything. And I think that is the core of everything that is going wrong on the Valley is that this Janet versus Danny shit has completely overshadowed Jasmine. And if they could just let Jasmine be the conductor of, like, here's how this goes forward, and let her decide, then this show would not be as suck-ass as it is right now. Because, you know, as much as I think Janet's heart was in the right place, she also completely projected and put herself in that. And then Jasmine was no longer the victim in this. It was Janet somehow, because Janet was triggered by her own past. And Danny's like, fuck you, I didn't do anything to you. So they're going to go back and forth forever. And fucking Janet, I think Janet's doing the right thing by not talking very much. But it's also only the first episode. But I'm hoping Janet just kind of like lets everyone do what they need to do, because again, in the comments, people definitely are like giving it to her because she threw the fucking solo cup. And I don't care that she threw the solo cup. I don't care. I don't care
that she threw the solo cup either. It is technically an assault and battery, what she did, technically.
And she was like, yeah, and it is.
But
she's like, I'll take it.
Have we forgotten that Tom Schwartz dumped an entire beer over Katie Maloney's head? An entire beer. Mm-hmm. Have we all just secretly forgotten that part? That is more heinous and disgusting in my mind than Janet flicking one swig of a drink left and the cup hitting Danny.
There was a video that was like the montage of all the great like drink throws and like that, and like Teresa's table flip. Then there was the one of Lisa Rinna. Somebody said something about Harry Hamlin, and she grabbed a wine glass and smashed it on the table and threatened them with it. Yeah. Oh, bring back Lisa Rinna. Yeah, no, the solo cup, for them to be like, she lost all credibility because she threw the cup. It's like, he just threatened her husband.
Yeah. No, I agree.
What are you going to do about it on your bum leg as he's sticking his finger in their face? No,
right.
Like, I'm not. Yeah. Do I think it's dumb to fight with a drunk Danny? 100%. I think you're not going to get anywhere. But
yeah. Can we just go back to Jasmine for a hot second?
Yes,
When
please.
Jasmine said, right, I get shut down by this group, that's why I don't say it to their face. Mm-hmm. I was very upset at the response by everyone in that room. Everyone laughed at her. They laughed. And Zach goes, oh my God, that's why I love you so much. That is not the right response. No. When someone who's supposed to be your friend says, I can't speak to you. I cannot say anything to you people because you shut me down. The response is, oh my God, I didn't know I did that. Or, oh my God, you're right, I do that all the time. That's not okay for me to do. Mm-hmm. And you have a discussion about what she said that you do to make her feel like that. And what do? They gloss over it, they move on, and everybody laughs at her. What is wrong with you people? Well, it was really upsetting to me.
I was shocked at how, like, and then everyone just continued.
What are we doing?
I don't know. And do you remember in the beginning of the season, she sat down Kristen and had that talk with her?
Yep.
And Kristen was like, thank you for letting me know. Oh, you're so right. And then proceeds to do nothing differently.
Right. And speaking of doing nothing differently, can we talk about Kristen one more time? Mm-hmm. When they ask, someone had written in a question about asking Kristen why she rides, what was it? Why are you going so hard at Janet when you had to work your way back, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to touch on a couple of things with that.
Okay.
Have we all forgotten again that Kristen got kicked off Vanderpump Rules for saying racist shit about Faith, a black person? Have we forgotten that? Because I haven't. I know why Kristen was not on Vanderpump Rules anymore. And Kristen's response to that, I don't know how to articulate how upset I am when she says, I want to see an evolution of change in Janet. Are you fucking kidding me? That's your response when Danny, the person that you're writing so hard for, there's no evolution of change with this dickhead?
No.
And he's continually doing the same behavior to women in this group and
Doubling
his
down.
wife.
Doubling down. Yeah.
Right. And that's her fucking response? No, Kristen.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
And Janet just sits there and is like, okay, great. You want to see evolution? Whatever. Like, I appreciate that person that wrote in that question, that said that. That is
so
perfect.
Valid.
Because Andy's not going to ask that fucking question. You can't have Andy do what he's supposed to do as a host.
Andy will occasionally say the things, but he's just not saying the things.
Not for his favorite people, though. He has
I
favorite.
don't understand. He does. He totally does. I just don't understand how. Why are we? I don't know. I don't know what. Like, why Dodie is working the way that she is, and this holier than thou approach she's taking, where she's acting the way that she's acting, and yet acting like she's done nothing wrong in this, or like behaved perfectly appropriately. No one on this show has behaved perfectly appropriately. Nobody. Everybody on this show sucks.
Yep.
They're all deeply flawed, which is what makes this an interesting show.
Right.
But you have to like acknowledge it. And she's trying to pretend like it doesn't exist for her.
Right.
She's just pointing at everyone else.
Yep.
Just her doing that, just Danny doing that, just Nia doing that. And I think that the fact that they are pretending like we didn't see what we saw.
Right.
But here's the thing. I also apparently am not seeing what I saw on Facebook. Right? It keeps cracking me up how differently, depending on what platform is responding to us, what they're seeing when they watch the show. We're all watching the same show. We are all walking away with completely different perspectives on it. I cannot figure out a perspective where you go, Danny's 100% in the right.
Why?
Danny and Nia forever.
I
just
can't come up with a perspective where now, as a person who I don't really care for Janet, now I'm sticking up for the bitch. Like, now I'm behind her going, these are the ways that I have seen that she is trying to change, or she has changed, or she's doing X, Y, and Z, or A, B, and C. And Danny and Nia are not doing any of X, Y, and Z to change or evolve. Kristen, if you want to you keep using this word evolution. If you want to evolve, Danny and Nia keep bringing up what happened. Danny and Nia keep saying Janet's never apologized. Like that's supposedly going to magically make it all go away or make it better. Or like Danny never did any of these disgusting things that he's done before. Right? Yeah. Which has nothing to do with anything. Janet doesn't have to apologize if she's not going to apologize. But Danny and Nia are the problem here. And Janet is actively trying to improve herself, improve her thoughts, improve her speech, educate herself, apologizing and talking to the people she needs to apologize to. And Danny and Nia are not doing any of that. They are escalating these situations. They're poking at people. They're bringing up this stuff when nobody was talking about it before, and then gaslighting people and then blaming people and stepping back going, I never did any of that when we just watched you do that. And that I just can't. I can't anymore with them. But then it's a double standard with Janet, and I don't get it. And now I'm sticking up for her, right?
Yeah. Ugh. And listen, if you're not a Janet fan, there's some very valid reasons not to be a Janet fan. But there's a certain point where you go, she has a solid point. And she is trying to make an effort with these friendships. She's calling out herself when she's like, hey, I was an asshole to Lacy. At the beginning of the season, she was fighting with Lacy. And they've moved forward, and she's like, yeah, I did this wrong. I really enjoyed her. Let's hang. I should have dealt with this differently. I feel like, and she's making the efforts with Zach. I see her trying. I see her. It's a no-win with Danny and Nia, obviously. And it's a no-win with Kristen.
Right.
So I get why she's like, I'm fucking out. And if I'm Janet and I hear people talking shit, of course I'm going to be jumping on and telling, because fuck you guys. You're talking shit. And supposedly we're all best friends. Ugh. And can we talk about how little Danny looks?
Why does he look worse? What happened?
Why does he look so tight? What did he get done? His eyebrows are lower.
I think I sent you that video. I think I sent you a video on TikTok of a doctor explaining it, because he said Danny has had Botox, in his forehead or near his eyebrows, some T-zone area.
But it's like, it made his eyes tinier.
Where he said that it makes the muscles droop and relax. So
you don't get the lines.
Right.
But then it can't hold up with the eyeball.
Yes.
It gets too heavy.
That's what he said. He was explaining that. But he looks worse. Why does he look more evil and shorter? What happened? What is going on?
It looks like he got very tan and lost all the weight, which my dad is doing the same thing. Matt and I were watching it and we're like, does that look like Dad? A little bit.
He looks worse. Danny looks worse.
And he looks bizarre next to Nia. I don't know why. Like, is the camera doing something? Because he looks itty bitty next to her.
Yeah.
And she's not a big person.
No.
So, and I know that he's not the tallest guy, but he looks itty bitty. It looks bizarre. And I hate him. I hate him so much. I don't like how he's talking to anybody. I don't like that he's shocked that there's people that don't think that the way he's been behaving is okay. I am very excited to see, he's talking about how he's not drinking again. And then they're like, but what about at Jasmine's wedding, which happened the week before this?
Right.
I'm excited to hear what happened to Jasmine's wedding.
Oh, God, me too.
Ugh. Do you want to talk about... Okay, I spent most of this episode yelling at the TV. I told you it's a daze for me, because I saw red when they did Jesse and Michelle's segment.
Oh, yeah. Can I just say about that segment with Lacy? I am confused as to why she came in so hot and so attack dog. As a viewer, what we watched for fuck all 100 episodes, too many for this season, and you and I have discussed over and over again how much we like Lacy, how well she is dealing with Jesse, how she had that conversation with Michelle. We all thought everything was moved past. She had that conversation with Janet. And then she comes in to this reunion and they immediately are attacking Michelle, and both of them going back and forth. Jesse inserting himself for no reason and just trying to make Michelle look bad. I've been a Michelle fan from day one, but Jasmine even said at one point, Michelle, you did send that text message, or you did say that thing or whatever, when Michelle said, no, I never did. So whatever that was going on, but I'm disappointed and confused. Do you have an idea why Lacy came in that hot? What are we watching?
know why she came in hot, and I think it has so much. Here's the
is
more
Jesse trying to influence her and be like, you need to be on
Yes.
my side?
I think she's seeing it through Jesse's lens.
Okay.
Right? And I think Jesse he actually doesn't look that bad this season until like the end.
Right.
Like, the very beginning, he looks terrible. And then because I think we didn't see him that much and he was like receptive to conversations with everyone.
Yeah.
Even though he's been backing up Danny left and right, and then he like falls off right on the last episode again. Yeah. But like he didn't look that bad this season. Right. But then he does this freak out at Michelle. So I think it's just that Lacy's been hearing his side of everything again. And I think it's probably similar to what happened in the second season when she wasn't part of it. But like, Lacy didn't realize that Michelle didn't know about Lacy, right? So, or didn't understand the full context and Michelle's. So it's a Michelle Jesse issue that Lacy's gotten involved in. But if Lacy wants to be the person that comes in and is like Zen, the voice of reason, the mediator, no matter how good your intentions are, Lacy, you cannot play that role. Like, I don't know. Again, I'm the child of divorce. I think that it's great when families can co-parent well and can get along. And I know we see videos where like the mom and the stepmom are like getting along really great and it's wonderful. My mom did that for a while and they were like best friends, but they weren't really best friends. The truth is, it's so much better when everyone has good boundaries. And Lacy does not have good boundaries. And Michelle is extra pushing away, right?
Well, she's hurt and she's confused. She probably doesn't have all the information. She's getting information being trickled in. And as a person who was divorced, the other person on the other side or either side, if there's two different partners and two new partners, those people have nothing to do with that relationship. Nothing. Lacy should not be in the middle of this discussion at all. It's either a Michelle problem, a Jesse problem, or a Michelle and Jesse problem. That's it. Yeah. Lacy has nothing to do in any of it at all.
No. So the fact that she keeps trying to jump in and I liked that Michelle was like, hey, I was in a bad spot. I don't like how I conducted myself. Yeah. They had a really nice conversation on the boat. And she's like, I reacted to you. That wasn't about you. That was everything I was going on. Right. And then Lacy is like, yeah, but I've been through that too. So we should connect on this. No, Lacy. Yeah. That's kind of you. It's a kind impulse. Yeah. But that's not your role in this. You're fucking Jessie. Yep. Therefore, you cannot be her friend. Like, do you not see how that's working? Agreed. And she doesn't see that. And so then I think she's so offended that Michelle's like, all of your intentions are right there on the table. You've put them out there. You've been very clear. That's still not going to happen. Yeah. And Lacy, I think, is offended. That's okay. And she's hearing everything that Jessie
from
said.
Jessie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so Jessie's talking about it. Jessie fucking pissed me off. I was yelling at the TV when he starts crying about how his daughter has her heart broken and like Michelle has had these different men in her life. And it's like,
Jesse uses his daughter as a shield that he throws up to stand behind to portray to people that he's some wonderful, emotionally evolved, mature person where that's not true at all. And he's totally using his daughter. He uses her name, the thought of her, anything that has to do with her to, pick at Michelle, to tell other people Michelle's a bad mom, or using her in these negative, bad ways. And that's not okay at all.
Well, when he said that what's-his-face threw his daughter out of his home.
Yeah.
We know that's not what happened.
Right.
Michelle and he broke up. I can't remember his name.
Aaron,
thank you. Aaron let them stay in the house for like a month or so while she figured out a new place. He moved out.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. So Jesse trying to pretend that, like, he's just twisting the words. This is the same thing as when he was like, Michelle tried to push me out a window.
Oh my God, right.
Your arm flailed out a window. Are you serious? I can't take any of it seriously.
Yeah.
And that's also what Lacy said. Lacy said, didn't you try and push him out a window? She's not getting a clear story.
Yeah.
She's using Jesse's versions of events as, you know, argument against Michelle. And Michelle's like, you're insane. And I'm not fucking dealing with this. I think that Michelle is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
On this show.
I
really like her.
I
love watching her come out of her shell.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I'm hoping for, knock on wood, I'm hoping it's similar to Bronwyn.
Yeah.
As we're going to watch her separated, that we start to see her come out of her shell in a way that you enjoy. I already enjoy Bronwyn.
I know you do.
So I'm hoping that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm sick of, and the other part of Jesse, him backing up Danny when he's like, oh, Danny doesn't have a drinking problem. And then you watch him like holding Danny up and trying to feed Danny and being like, let's do a shot of water. Just like trying to convince Danny to drink water and sober up at this party.
And then excuses him from the entire group and says, dude, go lay down, get away from people. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but we all know what you're doing and what that means. But you can gaslight the shit out of us and say, that's not what it means. That's not what I'm doing. But we know, dude. We know what you're doing. We know what it means. So just stop. It's so gross. Ugh.
These men. Gross.
Right.
And yeah, speaking of these men, I'm disappointed to not be thrilled with Zach.
Well, can we just, one more thing with Jesse?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
One more thing before you go to Zach. When Andy says, you know, to Jesse, is Lacy the alpha in the relationship? And Jesse goes, no, she just calls me out. And how can you learn if you're not called out? Michelle called him out all the time. I yelled at the TV when he said that. I was like, you dick fucker. I was so mad when he said that because, dude, and then you still treat her like crap when she tries to do that. She's doing the exact same things that Lacy is doing, and he treated Michelle so poorly, but treats Lacy and literally would bend down and kiss her dirty feet if she let him.
It is startling to see the difference in their relationships.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And to be Michelle and having to watch that, that's got to be...
Yeah.
It makes sense that she gets upset. And she names it. She calls it out. So, I don't know. Team Michelle.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jesse.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jesse. Ugh. Yeah. I don't care. I think,
but Zach infuriated me watching him and his behavior. He's not coming off great, babe. You're on the wrong couch, sir. Mm-hmm. There's really no reason. Even when Janet said, give me one example of how I treated you poorly, because Kristen was screaming, you treated my best friend in the whole wide world poorly. That's why I'm never going to like you again, Janet. Mm-hmm. And Janet goes, one time, tell me one thing I did to Zach. Zach, what did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, and he couldn't do it. He had no response to her. Just say, I don't have one and I don't like you. If these people would just say, I don't like you, I could live with it. I'm fine with that. I'm a grown-ass person. I could live with that.
But that's also not the case, because when they're together, they have a good time.
Sure. You're right.
So it's not that he doesn't like her. It's that he has to he is friends with Kristen and he is friends with Nia.
Yep.
So he's not allowed to, like...
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, that's not the case. He's the one that, like, picks and decides. He would never be influenced in that way.
And then he says something like, you can't let things go. That's why I don't like you. That's the reason. What? Which is exactly what you do, dude.
Yeah. She's tried to move forward. She's actively trying to move forward. She's saying that you're friends. She's doing stuff. She's being proactive with this friendship. You're the one that goes backwards. Yeah. You add her and then you take her off Instagram, which is like a child. Right. I mean, going again, he said that he doesn't care if she has a miscarriage or that he hopes she had a miscarriage or something along those lines. Yep. That is grounds to never hang out again. Yeah. Yep. So she's trying. She's making an effort when she doesn't have to. Yeah. And they shared fried shrimp. And he's having fun with her. Right.
She offered her uterus to them to have a baby, to be a surrogate. What more do you want from this girl, Zach? What more do you want from her?
Oh my God.
She's giving you an organ. A bodily organ.
In 9 fucking months. Jesus.
Right. Yeah. Right. Sure. Ugh. Oh my gosh.
I do want to go back to Brittany.
Okay.
Because all of this news has come out about Jax and their publicist, their mutual publicist. Yes. She did an incredible, that's an exaggeration. That's hyperbolic. She did an interview on People. Yes. And I've been seeing clips of that come up. Have you seen that?
I have seen clips, yes.
Holy shit. So their publicist, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to explain it all, but
we're not going to.
The layers of it happening and the years of this woman lying to them, because there have been rumors that they've been together forever. Yeah. And everyone's like, no. But the rumors have been going around. And then the Smart Water promotion that he put out.
Fake.
And then he like sent a screenshot of like, look, I got scammed. And it's like, it's an AI thing.
Thank you, Fakerton.
That has JT in the corner, like as the profile. It's clearly you that did it. I mean, Kristen's the one that broke that. And I love that she's being a bulldog for Brittany in this moment. But I'd like to see her actually be like a good friend for a little bit and not call her
not backtrack or have double standards or lie.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
So that would be super nice. But I am enjoying this. But also, so Brittany still isn't divorced from Jax.
My God,
like it still hasn't happened.
Yeah,
still. That blows my mind.
I know. I'm not surprised because it's Jax, but incredible. She's still paying his $1 million tax debt. When you're not divorced, oh my God, why would you still have to? But she agreed to do that. She has full custody, physical custody of the baby. So
at least she has that.
I know.
I'm a little bit, one of the other things that I saw pop up about that was like, and also look at how good she looks in the last 2 interviews that she's done. Yeah. Since all this fell out. It was like, was her publicist pushing her into these awful outfits?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure. Maybe. Sure.
I don't know. Like Matt will say, oh no, that looks really good on you. And then we're out and I catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, how the fuck did you let me out of this?
Look at me. I look like a clown. What is going on?
Yeah. Like, this looks horrific. I look like the chicken from Robin Hood. Like, no. And I think that maybe the publicist was pushing some of those terrible outfits.
Totally.
Ugh. Crazy. I am not that excited about the reunion, but I am excited for it to be almost over.
I know. I know.
We do this. I hate that we're doing this so much.
Right.
Are we in a abusive relationship with Bravo?
Maybe we need to see a narcissistic coach.
Oh my God, I know.
Abuse coach. I don't know.
What does that job look like?
Did Lala have plastic surgery on her face? Did her face look different to you?
I think she's probably had a lot of little nips and tucks and fillers and Botox, and her makeup is really, really good.
Okay. Maybe it's just her makeup.
She does look very good.
Yeah, she looks wonderful.
When she started talking about Sheena.
Oh my God, never knew that story. Wow.
So, yeah, I didn't realize. I knew that they had like a massive falling out.
Yeah.
But I am so sad for her because she bought a house next to Sheena, or Sheena bought a house next to her out in Palm Springs. And like the little girls were like growing up kind of like sisters, and Brock was like an amazing like male influence in her daughter's life.
Yeah.
And you just go, oof. I wonder what else Sheena has done. I'm not. See, I think Sheena, much like Jax Taylor, not that I want Jax back on my screen because he's too bad. Sheena is a terrible friend who thinks she's a great friend.
Oh, yeah.
And just obnoxious human being. But she makes great television. I think she's good on TV. So I wouldn't be upset if Sheena showed back up on this show.
Sure.
And they're everyone talks about, but they've been talking about Sheena should be on the Valley since before it came on. And I think she's talked too much shit about Vanderpump to get back on Bravo, possibly.
Yeah. Did you see that she tried to get on Mormon Housewives?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Because Brock used to be Mormon?
Right. No, Sheena. Oh my gosh. It's so
weird.
Sheena to do that.
It is very Sheena. It is
very Sheena. Oh God.
All of these people. I love it. Okay.
So great.
Let's go to something a little bit more fun. But is it more fun? I don't know. I have to pull up my list of couples.
Married at First Sight, season 20.
Yes.
And 3 more episodes. So the most recent 3, 11, 12, 13 just came out yesterday, and neither of us have watched it. So we're going to talk about 7, 8, 9 episodes, those 3 episodes.
Which the big things for that are they did the like group dinner, and then they did the group therapy.
Yes.
And I liked that the group dinner was being secretly listened in on by the matchmakers for some reason.
Sure. Just to see how they interact with each other, to see if they said, right, maybe personal or secret things to each other, or lied, right? Any of that stuff. Called each other out, that kind of a thing.
So let's, all right.
Oh, man. Do you want couple by couple? Go.
We can do couple by couple.
Do it.
Let's start with Michelle and Cameron. So we've got,
my
love them.
I love them.
She's your very favorite, right?
She's my very, very favorite. Yes.
She's great. She's incredible. And I was like, whatever about him, because I was like 6 months only a relationship, and like, no, after this chunk of 3, and let me backtrack a little bit. I am saying what I'm saying based purely on what I've seen on the show and what I think about that. I've already, once we get farther down the line of couples, I've already very much changed my opinion about some people.
Okay.
Cameron is one of them that I have very much changed my opinion on. So what I said last week, I don't necessarily agree with anymore because I have more information. I loved that they had the conversation about finances. And she had said, I said that I expected to be put with someone who is making at least $150.
Yes.
And you see him like respond to that and be like, yeah, I don't make that much.
Nowhere near that, babe.
Nowhere near that. And he, you know, they have a really good conversation about it, but then they go back to the apartment and you just see him get really into like just stressed, and he's like got a big blanket and he kind of like cuddles himself up on the couch. And then she comes to him, he's clearly in distress, and she's like, you know what? I didn't realize that like I'm putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong things, because you are very successful, and that doesn't necessarily mean because it has to match a certain number. Like you're passionate and you're successful and you're doing something amazing.
Right.
And like that is successful. And she's looking at herself and going, I need to look at it differently. And also he needs to see that she can see it that way, and that they both like appreciate it. And I loved that conversation. And I think they had a couple conversations about it.
They did.
Like, oh,
I mean, that conversation could have gone off the rails while they were painting, right? He could have got super defensive about it and maybe not wanted to talk about it, maybe got up and left, maybe, yelled at her and got angry. She could have said, that's a hard pass for me. I need someone that, put her foot down and say, finances are no joke.
What's your plan to get to that degree?
This is what's happening. I deserve to have someone that makes this money. That's what I was thinking about while I was watching it, that conversation did not go sideways. And then after that, when he does say, I feel totally emasculated, I don't know how to get through this. I don't know what to say to her. What do I do? Right? I don't make that. This is what she wants to see in a partner, in a husband. I'm nowhere near that. What do I do? And because it's him, he made her feel the way she feels and have the conversation she did, right? No therapist came in the room and gave her therapy talk and told her these things and said, this is how you need to think about it. Cameron, an actual person, a living human being, because he's him, he made her feel that way. He made her go, oh my God, I didn't understand that I could find a person that didn't come with a price tag, right? And because he is who he is to her, I just love that she came to that conclusion because of him. And that when she said that to him, then he didn't feel so emasculated anymore because she did that for him, right?
They were both willing to step outside of themselves and like try on a new perspective. Yeah. It was genuinely so beautiful to watch.
And then they had sex.
And then they had sex. And he told everyone they had sex.
I know.
And everyone's like,
great. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Well, it was like, well, I didn't know that we were saying that. Cool. Now, anybody else?
Amazing. So good.
So fun. I mean, I love that for them. And he just keeps talking about how he just is really enjoying his time with her. He likes being with her. He likes being around her. He's going to go. He's going to miss her. Yep. They were like, he's like, so how many texts do you want? Like, what do you need? Yeah. And she's like, this is what I need. I need at least a good morning. Yeah. I want to chat with you in the evening and hear about your day. And he's like, okay, like, great, let's do it. Oh, right. That's also, granted, I've been married for a long time, but I feel like that is one of those things where people get in their heads and don't feel comfortable just saying like, this is what I want. Like it means it's important to me that I hear from you in the morning. I hear from you in the evening if we're not going to see each other. Yeah. I need a text day. Or if you text me all day long, I'm going to feel totally overwhelmed by you. Right. And that's going to be really annoying. Like, let's just talk when we'll just save it all up and have a conversation at the end.
And that's fine too.
That's totally fine too. And so the fact that they were like, what do you have? What can you do? What do you need? They're so good. They're so good.
I love them so much. Yeah.
And I think that he really is like so open to, he's not being nitpicky with her. And that was what my worry was going to be. Yeah. Is that he wasn't going to get totally invested and he was going to get nitpicky, and he's not doing that at all. Yeah. They're great. They're wonderful.
And I did like, even though the person on the other end receiving it did not, I did like Michelle in their group therapy calling out Mecca, saying, look, I think the dinner was a little performative. It felt performative. The energy felt weird. I did like her saying that because it wasn't a therapist saying it. It was one of the group saying it. Belle and Mecca did not like her saying that, but I like that she said something and took a chance and spoke out in front. That's got to be hard to speak out in front of 12 people, right? And say that, where maybe people are going to disagree with you when you say that.
Yeah.
So
no, let's just go to them.
Okay.
I think that she was spot on though, because at that dinner, did they not seem like the king and queen of the dinner?
Absolutely.
And he was giving out advice, and she's like kind of like leaning on him, and she's clearly so enamored with him.
Yeah.
But then we find out, like, we had already known that he was like not as, he said he was not as into her as she was into him. And so she was pulled back, and it's like none of that was showing up at the dinner.
Nope. I was just going to say like, that. Yep.
Prom queen and king.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love them, and I want good things for them, but it's like, yeah, we've got to, let's actually see it. Like, let's actually walk the walk. And I like that they're having the conversations about like where his distance and his guard being up is coming from.
Yeah.
And I think that Belle Jolie is really, she's also protecting herself.
Yes.
While still pursuing this. Like, she's not pulling away.
No.
But she's also not going to let him walk all over her. And I think that that's important because it's a partnership. It's not the Mecca show.
Yes. Agree. I totally agree.
What did you think about her going to work with him?
I liked it. What was there something to think about? I don't know.
My favorite part of all of the episodes was like, she's like, no, we're going to do it. And I respect your work. And I love, a man in uniform. It's working for me. And then he like starts showing her how stuff works. And this is the production. Again, thank you, production, because it was perfect. She goes and she's like, I am never in my life going to do this. And then she's 2 seconds later, she goes, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And she's like sucking.
Yeah.
And like he does, there is... Shout out
he has to clean
workers.
it, like physically get down on his hands and knees and mop it and wipe it off.
He is really doing a thorough job.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as the general public, again, shout out to sanitation workers because that job is so fucking hard.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
He takes, you can tell, he's taking a lot of pride in his work.
Yep.
He's like, this is the job that I'm doing, and I'm going to do a really good job.
Yep.
And as part of the public that uses those bathrooms on occasion, thank you so much. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I loved his grandma.
Oh, I know, right? Yep.
So sweet, so sweet.
That was
and
good.
like I could see them one day taking over that family business.
Sure, absolutely.
And then they had the therapy, the one-on-one therapy with the lady matchmaker. I don't remember anyone's name.
Dr. Lisa, and it didn't really go well for Belle and Mecca because they did get called out. That's why Michelle said, I agree. I thought it was performative. Dr. Lisa and Paul did say, it looked performative. It felt performative. We weren't sure what was going on, why we were watching that. And you could see Mecca slipping down in his chair, getting more and more angry with the feedback that he's getting from the doctors. He doesn't believe it was performative. Here's my thing with that. Okay. Those kind of people, meaning, super charismatic, very personable, very people friendly, can talk to anybody. I'm married to one of them, right? Mm-hmm. People are drawn to them. Strangers will walk up to them and talk to them for no reason. They're just a people person.
Yeah.
I am not. Anyway, no shocker there. But I think for people like that, I think there's a deeper underlying reason why they do those things, like deep down. And it doesn't have to be some nefarious, creepy, weird thing, but there's something going on as to why they're the way they are and why they present themselves like that. People pleasing, charismatic, all over the place. People are drawn to them. They have to be the center of the attention, They're in control of the room. I think he's one of those people, and maybe not right now knows 100% why he does that. Instead of being, I'm not saying he needs to be grumpy. I'm not saying he needs to be mean. I'm not saying he needs to have resting bitch face, but we want to see more of his authentic self and what it is that makes him who he is, right? And we want the good and the bad, right? We all have heard him talk about his relationship with women have not been great, meaning right, women, adult women in his life, right, are not sticking around for him or showing him that he's important, right? So he has that wound there for that. And I think that has to do something with it. But as a viewer, I saw it was performative. And when he got called out, he didn't like it. Belle disagreed and said, I didn't think it was. I'm not quite sure how I feel about her response.
I feel like they're kind of in this, like, fake it till you make it. Like, they want it. They want it to happen. So they're like, it's going to get there. It's going to grow there. So I'm just going to live like it's happening. And I don't necessarily know that that's a terrible approach as long as they're being honest with themselves as they go through it. And, like, what they're comfortable with, like, intimacy wise. And I'm not saying, like, sex only, but it was like, oh, you're giving forehead kisses. And she was like, I like those. Like, I like it. I poisoned Keeley.
No, sorry, I took a drink.
Are you okay?
I just took a giant swallow of air before I'm good now. Sorry, I won't cough anymore. But yes, the forehead kisses, they were like, stop doing that. And they were supposed to have homework to do something that wasn't, what was it? Non-sexual or something? I don't remember what it was.
Non-sexual intimacy.
Yeah,
it's
something like that.
Hands and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they have that energy between them. And she has given him the green light. She has literally said verbatim, we have the green light.
I want to have sex.
And he's
still not.
He's not there.
Yeah. And that's okay. We want whatever for him. Yeah.
But also, she's so hot.
Oh, I know. She's so great.
So we'll see. I think that one, that one just needs, I think that is a legitimate slow burn.
Agree.
They're talking about slow burns on this show. I think they are a legitimate slow burn.
Agreed.
And I think it helps that the attraction is there. They're just taking their time.
Agreed.
I think that, we're all flawed human beings. I think that they are taking those things into account and moving forward carefully, and I support it. So we'll see.
Yeah,
see what happens.
He needs a lot of reassurance and a lot of kid glove kind of thing where, Belle is definitely giving him the energy and the vibe that she's into him and she's not going anywhere, but he needs more reassurance in whatever way that looks like, either it's words or actions or whatever, notes or something. I don't know, whatever he needs, but he definitely needs a lot of hand holding, I think, when it comes to a relationship with a female where he doesn't know if she's going to stick around long enough. Yeah.
So we'll see. Speaking of people who got called out in therapy, Marissa and Adam.
My favorite. Right off the jump. Immediately. This dickhead walks in with his shirt completely unbuttoned, undone, and we're looking at a bare chest, and both the therapist or matchmakers are horrified.
They're irritated by it.
Pissed off, horrified at him, and he picks up on it and buttons up his shirt. And then we get into, what are you doing, man? Why would you walk in here like you're going to a fish fry, right? Or the beach or whatever.
With your shirt totally
and we have this, I'm just a silly guy. I'm just goofy. And they're like, no.
What we have seen.
No.
This versus the first episode, Adam.
Yes.
He was the first guy, I think, that we got to know. Anyway.
Yep.
This is not the guy that played piano obnoxiously at his bachelor party for 45 minutes and got really shitty to everyone about macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm going to make her into an athlete. Like, what the... Like, who is this guy?
Yep.
And then they're like, so who, this is, and he's like, I feel like this is who I really am. They're like, you're not being who you really are. And he's like, this is who I really am. And which, that sucks. Either way, that sucks. Whatever version is who you really are.
Yeah.
The fact that no one knows or can pin down the real version of you. And then you have Marissa just going like, I'm just going to go along for the ride to see what happens. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. I kind of want Marissa to be a little bit more.
I'm kind of not loving.
Like,
I'm getting annoyed. Yeah. I totally can understand where she's like you just said, I'm just trying to watch and see what happens. That's fine. That's fine for a little bit. I think in these new episodes that just were released, I saw a little clip where she's unhappy. So I'm hoping she's maybe making a decision or two going, yeah, I don't want to do that. Or no, I don't think that's funny or whatever. Saying something definitively where she's just, and even Adam says, I think you just kind of go along with what's going on, right? That's kind of what's happening. Yeah. She's like, yeah, I do. I just want to see what's going to happen. So everybody in the room is right. We all know what's going on. Everybody can see it. But Adam was not happy when they said he needs to be the center of attention. He needs to be the one in the room controlling who's doing what, where, how, why, when, and you need to look over here at me. And why am I looking at him dressed like this with tags on? Why does he have tags on his clothes?
The vibes. I've never heard anyone talk about vibes more than him.
Oh my God.
And all he talks about is the vibes, and so has an immaculate vibe, and vibes this and vibes
Marissa
that,
and I are vibing. And apparently vibing means having sex. That's what that means. Whatever.
He uses it for everything, and I think he's trying to give off this like nonchalant, go with the flow, but he's also so controlling.
Yes. Super controlling.
With his vibes. And I'm not saying that he's doing bad things. Like, he was making her dinner. He seems very sweet with her.
Right.
I like that, but I'm so confused by him. I was very critical of him in the beginning. Because he's two different ends of the spectrum. I don't know who he is. So I'm critical because I'm like, I feel like I have whiplash with this man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And other stuff where he says full send after everything. I'm like, okay, now I know what it means, but you don't need to continually say full send. I'm in this full send. I'm full sending on you. I can't. I stopped counting how many times he said that while they ate dinner. Yeah. They had, grilled cheese and tomato soup, and he just kept saying the word full send over and over. And she's like, great, I'm glad you're full sending. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening to? Who talks like that, dude? What are we doing? You're not in a frat house. What's going on? Steve watches it with me. He's obsessed, and I love it. Yeah, I'm not into it. And I love the matchmakers calling him out.
Yeah.
All over the place. And they might not be the word, but asked Marissa to say her story about her dad, right? And she is upset and emotional. And I was waiting, and he made a joke about it, right? Adam joked because he was uncomfortable at the end. But, he did in the beginning say, thanks for saying that. I'm sure that was hard for you. I'm sorry that happened. Right? I appreciate that's an appropriate response. But then he makes a joke, and they call him out. Why are you making a joke? Right?
They were like rough on him. Yes. And I don't think that it's uncalled for because I think he's so blatantly, he's trying to make such a show of himself.
Sure.
And I think it's to distract from the other stuff. Like to distract from the fact that they aren't having the deeper conversations.
Yes.
And that
oh my God. Yeah.
He's dating her. He's not acting like he's married to her.
Right.
Like he's being very casual about all of this.
Yeah. And I
is doing
hate,
it on
hate,
vibes.
hate, double hate, loathe entirely that she has agreed so far to not live in this beautiful apartment, condo, building she's living in, and going to live in Jeepers Creepers cabin for a year, and then they figure stuff out. Hate that idea. I know she's choosing it. I know she said I'm okay doing that. Hate that idea. Because it's not an open dialogue with him going, let's live here for 6 months and there for 6 months. Not an open dialogue. It's like you said, he's got in control. Plan. He's got a plan. This is the plan. And they have some weird homeless guy living with them, or his friend, whatever. What?
Yeah, I'm still not clear on what that is.
Whatever this roommate person is that she has to just be okay with. Like, hate.
She is along for the ride and like trying. I think she's still trying to figure out how she feels about everything, and she's just trying to have a positive attitude. And there are times where I don't think she's even accepting that she's uncomfortable. And we all know I'm a cat person, but they're back in their cute condo, and he's like going to give her a sensual massage, and she's not a cat person. Mm-hmm. She has said she's not a cat person. Yeah. But she's accepting of his cat, which, by the way, he has a beautiful cat. That's a very pretty cat. But then he's like going to give her a sensual massage. And then the cat jumps up and lays next to them. Yeah. I have 6 cats.
6 people. She said 6.
If we kick the cats out of the room if it's time for a massage.
Yeah. Right. Because they would probably be in bed with you. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It will happen occasionally that one will be hidden under the bed, and then someone jumps on the headboard, and it's like, no, so everything has to stop so we can get the cat out, because that's fucking weird. So people who can people who can have sex while their pets are looking at them are psychopaths.
100%. There's said it. You're psychopath if you do that.
Psychopath isn't the right word. It's something weird and codependent. There's something.
I like psychopath better.
It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for you and your pets to have them like watching. The voyeurism of your pet while you're.
No.
I need to completely block out that there are pets.
Nope.
Totally.
Yeah.
And she was like right there, and he's like using oil, and that cat had a lot of hair.
Oh God, yes. It was a long-haired cat, right?
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful long-haired orange cat. Yes. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't want oil and cat hair next to each other.
God
almighty.
Like
my bare skin and
never
lotion.
Come off.
No, get away from me. There are no cat cuddles when I have put on my lotion until it is totally soaked in. Yeah. Oh, I'm just like the texture, like tactile, like I'm thinking about it, and it's gross. And I have cats. I have too many cats. That part, he should have kicked his cat out of the room.
Oh, fuck yeah. But no, he did not.
But he didn't. Okay.
Did not.
And that's my biggest complaint with Adam.
Oh, God. That
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's nowhere near mine.
Let's talk about Tori and Felipe.
Dead. I'm dead over them. Holy crap.
She and his mom get along too well. The conversation that he had with his dad, and then everyone else, and then at the dinner, and then in front of her, and then at therapy. He's worried that the passion will die, and he's talking about that a month in, not even a month in.
He's worried about how to be monogamous. He wants to sleep with other people. What?
No. Like, I know that he, like, got in good shape, like, post high school, right? That's kind of like, he had a rough high school experience, wasn't getting the girls, then had a growth spurt and started working out, and is very proud of his mustache. Feels very cool.
Yes. Please tell me he's one that you've changed your mind about. Please.
Yeah, no, I'm so disappointed in him. And I saw a video where someone was like, he's a hit it and quit it. I think he just doesn't understand how to really lock in.
I wonder if he has a sex addiction. I wonder.
Maybe.
Yeah. Not that it's an excuse. I'm not excusing anything. I'm upset at him. And I'm upset that this princess queen that we love so much is being tortured by this guy because he thinks the passion's going to die now. They've had sex and he's like, I'm thinking about other women. What are
How do you want to
talking about?
I don't know. The answer is you still go, oh, so-and-so is really hot. And then maybe it happens that you like even still flirt with somebody. And then you take that energy back to your person.
Right. I wrote down, quote, I need to be cognizant of it every single day or I'll fuck it up. That's a direct.
It sounds like an addict.
Yes.
Like you said, porn addiction or sex addiction.
Yeah.
Like, Danny Bucco, where are you? Explain this to us.
Yes. Why would you say it like that? Oh, so bad. I'm devastated for her.
And his parents are like in love and have been together forever.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't love that, and I'm hoping that this is something that's a maturity that he could grow out of. But like, sometimes those thoughts are inside thoughts. Like sometimes those thoughts are like, I don't know. I don't know how you have that conversation out loud.
Oh, because
but I guess
you're a narcissist. No, he's a narcissist all through and through. Total narcissist.
The sex addiction, porn addiction theory, I think stands because I think it's also like, look at her. She's so fucking hot. That's all he could talk about. But she's also incredibly accomplished.
Right.
She's so, his mom adores her. He literally got everything he could ever ask for.
Yeah.
On a silver platter.
Right.
And then some.
Yep.
And he's like, I don't know if I can be monogamous.
What?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
When you are in a relationship, this is for all the kids listening.
Oh.
When you're in a relationship.
Hello, kids.
It's fun to be young. It's fun to fuck around. And I think you should. I think in your 20s, if you can take some time to like fuck around, be safe, but like date around, make out with different people, fool around, figure out what you like, right? But when you find your person, the longer that you're together, that's when you find out the more stuff that's awesome to do together. You're not doing the fun stuff, the really good stuff, the stuff that's like so perfectly tailored to what you like until you've been together for a longer amount of time and have explored each other. You're just doing the basics or whatever weird thing you watched in porn that you want to try out.
Yeah.
But you don't have the comfortability, the intimacy to really pull it off yet.
And you have to find out for yourself what sex or what that act means to you, right? Because I think it means different things to different people, right? When you're young and you're, sleeping around, like you said, right? You're trying to figure out if you like it, if you don't like it, who you want to have sex with, right? Male, female, whatever you want to have sex with. And then after you have sex, what that is like for you, right? Mm-hmm. Is that important to you? Did I have an emotional connection? Did it not mean anything? Do I not want to have sex with men anymore? Do I not want to have sex with women, right? All of those things. I think after a while, you figure out what it means to you. And then when you find your right person, all of that kind of flows together. And then you can have deeper, more meaningful relationship.
It evolves and it gets better.
Right.
It gets so much better.
Right.
Than just that. I keep going back to Danny Bucco saying that he's like 6 years sober from porn. And it's like what you're watching in porn isn't real. Exactly. It's not real. I mean, it's sex, but it's like, it's just the one layer of it. It's not the whole thing. It's not all of it. You're not getting the full experience of it. And I don't know. So I'm worried that Felipe is a little stunted with his previous lifestyle of being non-monogamous. I mean, he had a girlfriend for like 3 years.
Did he? I don't remember that part, but okay.
And then he cheated on her.
Oh, that's
kissed
right.
someone when he was drunk or something.
Okay, that's right.
Maybe
That's
it wasn't
right.
3 years. I might be making up the 3 years.
No,
part,
it was a while. He said it was a while. You're right.
But like, I just feel like he wasn't really invested. Like, he's probably one of those guys that like, when they go, you know, I think I just want to break up, and it's out of nowhere, and the girl's like, I thought we were about to get engaged.
Right.
And he's like, he was just going through the motions, but not really locking in. And I think that what we're seeing is him going, how do you lock in? How do you decide, like, I'm here for this?
Right. Well, I love what Tori said. And she goes, none of this makes sense because he's not presenting that guy to me. I would prefer he give me that guy right up front so I know what I'm dealing with. This shit is confusing because I don't know what I'm dealing with. And she is 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't even begin to imagine on the receiving end what that's got to be like. That is so confusing.
Yeah.
To have this person going, look over here, look, this is what I'm doing over here, look at all my magic tricks. And then behind the curtain is a completely different person. You're like, wait a minute, you just showed me this over here. What am I looking at now? That's so valid. I feel so bad for her. Yeah. She doesn't know what's going on now.
So I don't know how that moves forward. And it does make me just like, my heart for her just breaks. Yes. Because everything else, he's like, would it be considered love bombing her?
Maybe. Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
So
can we go back to Adam and Marissa for one more half second? I just want to bring up one last thing that for me was significant in how I see him as a viewer. When they did the painting date, when they painted each other, when they did that, okay, I hadn't seen anything about it. I knew exactly what he was going to paint her. I knew he was going to paint her terrible. And I knew she would paint him normal, the best of her abilities. Yeah. Right. And he painted her horrifically and wrote the word cooked at the top on purpose. And in my mind, he did that on purpose to like almost humble her, to bring her down. She is stunning. She is a beautiful, wonderful, just loving, giving person. She is so kind and a nice person. And he knows that. And he has to be in control of how she sees herself. So he painted her as terribly as he possibly could on purpose. He did it on purpose. So
that's like a trend online of like couples doing that as like a date night. And that happens a lot. That exact scenario happens a lot. And it's like the girlfriend or wife will do a really like top tier to the best of their abilities, really put the effort in. Yeah. Gorgeous. And then the guy puts in no effort. And I was so disappointed to see him do that because it's so different than what I expected from the guy in the first episode, who I would have thought would have done like an incredible job and been very showy about it. You know? Right. I think I was like, is this because he can't do as good of a job as she did? So he had to like do a shitty job to like try and feel back in power? No. I don't know. No. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Either way, I don't like it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we talked about that. Okay, who do we want to talk about next?
Let's talk about, I mean, everything is downhill from here, unfortunately.
Oh, God, yes. Yes.
Let's talk about Nikki and Sean. Oh. All right. So they went to the group dinner, not together. They both threw each other under the bus at the group dinner. It was bad. They both are so professional when they are talking shit about each other. Oh, my God. It's incredible.
So professorial, even if that's a word, when he speaks.
Just
unbelievable.
It's detached.
Yes.
It's professional. It's I can't think of the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're exactly right. Professorial. It's like they're giving a thesis on each other.
Yes.
But it's talking shit. It's Southern people saying bless your heart, and and you don't realize, it sounds like they're saying something nice, but they're really like ripping you apart. That's what's happening with
they're
these
doing
two.
This PowerPoint. I mean, like I'm in a meeting and I'm watching a PowerPoint about the other person. That's what's going on. It's weird.
It's like they're trying to put each other on like, what is it? Like an improvement plan at work.
Yes,
right? And they're like, these are the things, and these are the milestones that you need to hit, and this is what you've been doing badly at.
Yes, bitch.
And then they go to therapy.
Yep.
And it was like, she's like, I don't want to be here. And Sean's like, well, I don't want to give up. Fucking Sean. And his like, I'm going to keep trying because I don't ever give up. And she's like, this fucking sucks and I hate it. And so then he looks like the good one because he doesn't want to give up, but he's also being an asshole. And then he's like, I will back down. I keep wanting to be right. Even when they have the conversations that you think are getting to a good place, he's like, I realize that what I need to do wrong is take accountability and just let you win and just let you be right.
Ew,
like,
barf.
Fuck
barf.
Off. What an asshole thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I need to take a step back and not try to win. And you're like, you are just saying, you know, you're right, but I give up because you're being too hard. Like you're being ridiculous. That's how I interpreted that conversation.
Yeah.
And
I don't take anything he says remotely like with actual, this is what is actually happening. I feel like
it doesn't feel genuine.
No, it's not genuine at all. He's like, he's not telling the truth. Oh my gosh.
And then speaking of not genuine, the bullshit at the group therapy where they're like holding hands, we had a 10 out of 10. And you're like,
wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
And then I had a 9 out of 10 day. Bullshit. You guys are embarrassing. I don't believe you for a second. Mecca looks performative. This, whatever
top
that
tier.
was.
Yeah. Top tier performative.
I don't believe it for a second.
And the whole, I don't remember if it was the matchmakers that called him out about how much he's talking and, like you said, giving this speech or timeline or PowerPoint or evaluation on another employee, right? Somebody said, I think it was Sean that said something happened where now he feels like he has to always have to say 50 words or more for his response to whatever it is. And that's so true because he doesn't shut up. He won't stop talking. And he was doing well, right, when they went back to the apartment after their individual therapy without the group there. But then he did it again in therapy when he was saying, it's like CPR. You have to have, Sean told me this really good, whatever the word is, to remember and remind myself what she needs and what the relationship is about. And they're just sitting there listening to him going, will you please shut the fuck up? Like,
yeah,
he wouldn't stop talking again.
No. I'm not a fan of it. I think that she's I just don't think it's going to work. I cannot see them together.
No, it's not going to work.
They're not the right fit. They fucked up. And I think she's like, I just want to go. And they're like, you can't go.
And Sean keeps saying, then just go. If you don't want to be here, then just go. He says that because he wants to play the victim afterwards when she leaves and he can go, she left me. I didn't do anything wrong. I asked her to stay, but she left. That's why he says that to her. Not because 100%. He genuinely feels she needs to leave if this is not good for her. He wants to play the victim card after and go, well, she left. I stayed here. I did the right things. No, sir, we don't believe that for shit. Not at all.
moving on to the next couple, who I think she is very similar in everything that Sean and Nikki are doing. Courtney and Nick. I think Courtney is doing that as well.
Absolutely.
Courtney
says she's a slow burn, people.
Bullshit.
She's not a slow burn.
She's just not attracted to him.
She doesn't like him.
Attracted to Adam.
Yeah. That was awkward.
Attracted to Felipe.
Yep.
But she's not attracted to Nick, which is too bad because I think Nick is very cute. Apparently I said I was attracted to Adam, or maybe Nick. I said I was attracted to somebody. Oh. Matt listens to the podcast.
Oh, shit.
Like, you said you were attracted to someone. And I was like, I think I said they were attractive. And he's like, no, you said you were attractive.
Oh, get it, girl. Sorry, Matt.
Sorry,
Matt.
Boys are cute, but I am monogamous.
That's right, bitch.
But yeah, I said earlier, I've totally changed my opinion on people. I have totally changed my opinion on Nick.
Oh yeah. I agree.
I don't think he's on the spectrum. Sorry, for saying that before. But he was like very much hiding himself, and he really wasn't being himself. And I think that the reason that he is not showing his full personality is because we have, what is her name? I already forgot her name. Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney.
Thank you. Courtney is putting up this wall and not accepting any of it.
Absolutely.
So like when you try to be yourself and then she's giving you nothing back, or she's like, oh, well,
I'm a slow burn. You have to give me time, and just completely neurotic.
This is too much for me.
Yep.
And so she's like not giving him anything back. Of course, he's kind of like withdrawing and not showing his 100%. Full self. He's being rejected in teeny tiny little increments. He tried to cuddle her,
and she said she went rigid and was like, when is this going to stop?
Yeah.
She said that so he could hear. Obviously, he knew that's what was happening in the bed, but to get then rejected again in front of people, horrible. I feel horrible for this guy. Can we just talk about when she went to see her family? I was sickened by her behavior with her family. All she wanted them to do, he went up, left the table to go to the bathroom, and he was like, and she goes, okay, tell me everything you hate about him so I can hate him. Because if you hate him, I hate him. What, bitch? What?
Well, they walk up to the door and she goes, he's like trying to hold her hand. And she goes, we can't hold hands. They'll make fun of us. I didn't get that vibe from her family at all.
Her family loved him. Her sister was like, I like him. I like him a lot. He's very sweet. She's really like, kind.
I think you're trying to get us to find something, but I can't.
Yes.
So the other thing that really bothered me is I don't know if it was at the group therapy at the dinner, where she said, I don't feel like you know yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then everything that she's saying about herself is wrong. Like, we're watching you. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know herself, and she's projecting all of this onto him. I don't know if he's fully, I think he does receive a lot of this as rejection, because it is.
Absolutely.
She's like pushing him away constantly, a little bit at a time. And then she's like, you don't seem very confident. And he's like, wow. If I was him, I wouldn't feel confident either.
No.
I take everything back. I think he is just totally confused at how to respond to her. And then she's like, you need to give me more.
What?
And he's like, what is he supposed to give her? She shoots him down. Yep. When he's asked her questions like, so what about your ex-boyfriend? And she's like, well, and she kind of talked about it, but I still have, I feel like she insinuated that there had been.
Oh yeah. Some essay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there
around
was
sex. Something.
Right.
Yeah. Agree.
But then she's very dismissive of the other women who are kind of talking about why they might have some barriers up.
Yeah.
It's so contradictory.
Yeah.
I think that she grew up in a way that, like, she was trying to please her parents quite a bit.
Sure.
And I don't think that she has figured out who she is totally. I don't think she's figured out what she truly believes. I don't think she's done any of the real investigations of those things for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that she has really looked at the trauma that she experienced in those past relationships, whether it was SA or just like
Sure.
she didn't get what she needed emotionally
Sure.
and she put herself in a position
Yeah.
that she wasn't comfortable with. That's what I got. At the very least, that she accepted things that she probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because she was hoping for a connection that they weren't going to give her.
Yeah.
And I think she's putting a lot on Nick without looking at like how she's behaving.
Well, she puts a lot on him, but then doesn't give him the allowance to do the things she's putting on him, right? It's super confusing, and I feel terrible for him. They can't even be in a hotel room and be in each other's presence and not talk, and her go fucking flip out and say, I hate awkward silence. You need to start talking and say something. Why can't he just sit on the bed? Why? What is wrong with you? Why can't he just sit there while you curl your hair? That happens to me every single day. Steve just comes in the room and is like, I just want to be in here while you do that. We don't have to talk, or we don't have to turn on the TV. We're just in the same room because we like to spend time together. It's not weird. And she had this weird nervous breakdown when they weren't saying anything. It was just, she doesn't like him. That's it.
Yeah. I don't think that she's ready really for a relationship. I think there's some people, there's some people that are on this show because they are ready for a relationship. They just aren't finding that right person. Yeah. Right. And I think everyone thinks that that's who they are.
Yeah.
But I think she is actually not ready. I think all of the parts that she wants to be in a relationship without doing any of the work that it takes to get there.
Yeah.
I think she's like, I just want someone to give me a husband and then it all works. And it's like, no, you have to. And I think she didn't realize the work that she was going to have to do. I still think she doesn't. I think she's like, this feels uncomfortable because he's wrong. And it's like,
yes. No, bitch, stop. No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I have a hard time with her because she doesn't remember what happened on January 6th.
That will never not be funny. Never. Holy shit.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
I think that, and she's so dismissive of anyone that could possibly, she says, I don't know how anyone could live not conservatively or think not conservatively. Weird. And I was like,
okay.
So that right there is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anyone else's perspective. I, quite left-leaning, quite progressive, can understand. I can see why people have the values that they do. And I don't think that having the values that you do discounts who you are as a person, and I'm going to rip you apart. I can disagree with you.
The fact that I disagree with you either.
Yeah, so, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm now Team Nick. Nick, I'm sorry if I said something not nice about you. I have completely, based on what we're seeing.
Wow.
I'm bummed out for you.
Yep.
I hope that you find someone great after the show is over.
Yeah.
He could be the next Bachelor.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be fun. He would be a great
enough TV experience.
Was he on The Bachelor? He might have been on The Bachelor. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, and our last couple, Caitlin and Devin.
Caitlin. She says she's a slow burn too.
I'm
struggling.
Likes the idea of being in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't think she thinks she needs to be in a relationship. But I think she's one of those people that could actually live a fantastic, fulfilled life independently. You know? Like,
Sure.
Do you want to be a wife?
Yeah.
I don't think she's not living her life in a way that says I want to be someone's wife.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but I don't think I don't think she's recognizing that in herself. She's just feeling totally overwhelmed that this isn't working the way that she thought it would. That she doesn't feel the way that she thought she would.
Yeah. I also get from her that it's hard for her to understand that someone else wouldn't see a relationship with two people the way she does, meaning she likes to have her alone time, or she doesn't necessarily have to spend all day, every day, right, together with her partner.
Yeah.
I don't think she sees that another person wouldn't understand that, right? Because that's what she wants. That's how she lives her life. Love that for her. Whatever you need, babe. But to me, she doesn't give him grace when he was like, I don't get it. Please explain it. Please help me help you. And then she gets just pissed off. And that's not fair. And then she brings those friends to meet him. And the one friend is like, I haven't seen my husband in like 4 months. And then I just got home and now he's leaving and it's awesome. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Yeah, these are not the women to have him meet.
And I know that there are relationships that function well like that.
Sure.
Right?
Nothing wrong with that.
That is a structure of a relationship
Absolutely.
that exists
Sure.
and works well.
Yeah.
When both people are comfortable
Yes.
with that level of independence.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
She needed not a rugby player, she needed a golf player.
Yeah.
She needed a guy that is going to be gone all weekend. She needed a guy who is going to be, I don't know, like out hunting.
Yeah.
For the weekend or fishing for the weekend. He's, he's available to be home all the time.
He was raised by two women, and they clearly raised him correctly to speak to women correctly, treat women correctly and appropriately, and tap into his emotional needs on how he's feeling, why he's feeling the way he is, to express what he needs, and then take care of whatever situation is going on. And I love that. I love that that's how he is, and we are getting to see that's what he is. And she is not receptive to that at all. And it blows my fucking mind. My head is off my shoulders. I am not understanding what I'm watching.
No, I don't think she is understanding what's going on at all.
Right.
I don't think that she's been around men that are, my husband and I are so codependent. We are around each other all the time and it is the best and that's what we like. I get that doesn't work for everybody. But the level of her needing so much space.
Right. Agree.
Whereas he's like, I want to be next to you all the time. It's too much of a disconnect.
Yeah.
He's not going to get what he needs. She doesn't have the bandwidth for it. She doesn't want to make the bandwidth for it.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
feels like that's an intrusion on her space and her energy.
Yeah.
And that's why she's so defensive and freaked out by it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that either of them is wrong. I just think the matchmakers fucked up.
Right.
So, I don't know. I have been very meticulous to not watch anything or get any spoilers for the newest 3 episodes.
Okay.
So I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm excited about it though. Versus Below Deck Med. Show me all the spoilers.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me all about it.
Right.
But for this one, I'm like, oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know yet. I'll find out.
I loved at the end of the group session, the matchmaker said, if today was the day to decide, what would everybody's decision be? And I wrote down everybody's decision. So both Cameron and Michelle said yes. They would say yes. Marissa and Adam both said yes. I was shocked.
I was surprised by that.
I was surprised about that. And then Tori and Felipe, they both said, I would say yes.
Yeah. Felipe has an asterisk.
Right. Yes. Asterisk. Everybody else was undecided, right? Caitlin and Devin, Sean and Nikki, obviously. Mecca and Belle and Courtney and Nick, all undecided. Nobody said no, but that tracks, right? The undecided tracks for those people. Oh, I almost thought that Nikki and Sean should have definitely said no, but we're going to pretend to do this weird, this game or this play. I don't, what are we watching?
Whatever the fuck they were doing at the final or the most recent therapy, I was just like, this is bullshit. I want them to go harder at him. I want them to go harder at Courtney.
Oh God, yeah.
God, yeah. Nick. Justice for Nick. Sorry, Nick.
I know, right?
But all right.
Well, next week we'll have the same.
We'll have more. You and I are both exhausted from trying to keep up on this. And I said it to you earlier. I don't know how we kept up during Love Island.
Right.
How did we do this?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
I know. But everybody, she's actually working now. So we need to be nice to her. She actually has a job that requires time and energy and maybe a little brain cells rubbing together to cause some friction. And it's tiring for our baby.
If it's mommy's tired. So if I am not as thorough, it's because I have to get used to this rigorous new schedule. And it's not even.
And
I love my new job.
She's working from home. Just so you know, she doesn't have to get up and go into an office like I do every day. No. She is at home with her beautiful family. So
I have 13-year-old boys. I don't know if beautiful is the word.
They just got haircuts, so they are beautiful.
They did just get haircuts.
Thank you.
They did just get haircuts. Thank you, children. I set up my desk next to my bed, so I literally can roll out of bed.
Stop.
I can go. And the problem is, I'm going to bring up my cats again. The problem is that I haven't had a desk in my bedroom.
Okay.
So now I put the desk in and I have the chair there. And all last night I got like no sleep because the cats thought that this is a new like play place. And the kitten has been launching herself onto my head from the back of the chair. So I hear like flump, flump. And then all of a sudden there's a cat on my face in the middle of the night. So listen, I'm not that much better than Adam as far as like letting my cats have access to me in bed.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord. All right. Look at us. Just look at us. Over 2 hours again.
Look at us.
We're like pretty consistent.
Look at us. We can do it.
Thank you everybody for listening to our podcast. And Keeley, I love you so much. Thank you for doing podcasts with me.
Thank you.
And we will talk to you all next week.
Bye.